Are you watching this video because you're trying to conceive and want to improve your egg quality? Well, that's great because you're in the right spot, because I've helped thousands of women improve their fertility and get pregnant over the last 20 years that I've been a fertility expert. Can you improve your egg quality in 3 months? Yes, you can. Have I seen it before? You bet I have. As you can see on screen, many of the members of my HOPE program joined because they have low AMH or other root causes that are contributing to their egg quality. What I'm about to share in this fertility TV episode is super valuable, no matter how old you are. There is a misconception that only over 30 need to be worried about improving their egg quality. Not at all. Egg quality is super important no matter how old you are, as this is going to determine the health of your baby. Well, not only the egg quality, sperm quality as well, but this video is about egg quality, so we're not going to cover that in this video as I've covered it in many others. You want to make sure that the egg quality is the best ever, no matter how old you are. Not only because you want to have a baby and you want to have the healthiest baby possible, but also because you want to avoid a miscarriage or other contributing issues that might arise as a result. With that being said, you're here because you want to improve your egg quality in 3 months, right? Well, that's exactly what I want you to do as well. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing super practical tips that you can start to implement so that you can have the best possible egg quality in the next 3 months. And if you're excited about this, then I want to make sure that you like this video, that you leave a comment or questions if you have them, and subscribe so that I know to keep doing more videos like this one. So here's what we're going to learn today in this video. Number 1, improving pelvic circulation, why it's important and what you can do about it to improve your egg quality. Lowering toxicity levels, that's right. They have and do play a big role on your egg quality, and improving hormone balance. If you want to improve your egg quality and are serious about improving your egg quality and egg reserve, and having a healthy baby is something that you really want, then I highly recommend that you click on the link in the description below this video to apply to qualify to speak with someone on my team, a real person, to see how we can best support you on your fertility journey. All right, let's get started. So we know that we're going to be talking about, or we're going to be discussing 3 specific tips to improve egg quality in this video. Well, the importance of these are not in any specific order, but I am going to start with improving pelvic circulation. 1, because I think it's super important and I think it's a fun topic to start with. So first and foremost, circulation anywhere in our body is essential, right? If we have proper circulation to all the different parts of our body, then we can bring the proper nutrients to that area, they get proper healthy blood flow, they get good nourishment, and this is really important for proper function. Well, that is no different than our reproductive organs, right? So making sure that we have healthy and good circulation into our pelvic area so that it supplies good circulation, blood flow, and nourishment to our ovaries, our fallopian tubes, our uterus is essential for reproductive function. Having a good blood flow helps to thicken and improve the endometrial lining, helps to have a good, healthy menstrual cycle. And when we're talking about egg quality and our ovaries, having good blood circulation helps to bring more blood circulation, nourishment, and nutrients, and all the vitamins that it needs to your eggs so that you can have good, healthy eggs. So that is why we need it. But how can we improve circulation to our pelvic organs to make sure that we're getting them the proper nourishment and nutrients that they need? Well, my favorite way, the number 1 thing I can recommend for all of you to do this is doing acupuncture. One of the main ways that acupuncture functions is by increasing blood circulation to the areas that we're trying to treat, and that is no different for reproductive function. So we want to improve blood circulation, just like we've been talking about, and bringing more nourishment and nutrients and vitamins and everything that it needs to our ovaries and all the pelvic organs and reproductive organs, and acupuncture is number 1 for that. You do need to do it regularly for that to be effective, but I highly recommend that that is at the top of the list of things that you incorporate when we're talking about improving blood circulation. Other things that I think are helpful in this area as well are going to be exercise. The more you exercise, the more you move, the healthier and better blood circulation you have in your body. So we know that, and that is important for improving circulation to the pelvic organs organs as well. Something that I've been doing a lot more research on now, and that there is a lot more research on, is laser and light therapy. Also helps to improve circulation to the areas that you incorporate. In this case, we're talking about the pelvic area and the reproductive organs. I also love massage for this. So abdominal massage, even if you don't know what you're doing when it comes to this and you're not trained, you can easily just do some nice circles on your abdomen. You can bring more circulation to the reproductive organs and increase more flow. And that is a great thing to do. And something called femoral artery massage, so you can look that up, also helps to divert more blood circulation to that area. If you are looking to incorporate a supplement, I know many of you usually are, then the best one for this is going to be L-arginine, because it does help to increase blood circulation and all over the body, but it will help in this area as well. So starting off with improving pelvic circulation, those are my main tips to get you going and improving that circulation into the pelvic organs. Before I get into tip number 2 about toxins and minimizing our exposure to toxins, I do want to talk about the reason why we think this is so important. We do know that when we're talking about improving egg quality, that we want to minimize the impact on the structure, the health of the cells and the DNA of the cells. Okay, so what are some of the things that do impact the health of the cells and the DNA of the cells? Well, those are toxins. So that's why it's so important, okay? The number one thing that many of you hopefully don't do, but I know many of you do, is smoking. Smoking is terrible, has tons of carcinogens, and completely impacts the DNA structure of the cells. And we do know through research that it also impacts the cellular structure and the health of the most important cells that we're talking about, which is the egg cells. The other toxins that we need to be mindful of are environmental toxins that we are exposed to on a daily basis. And I want to tell you the importance of this by telling you a story. So I just ran some tests on one of the members in my Hope Fertility Coaching Program, and we ran an environmental toxicity panel for her. And one of the things that I was surprised by, and I shouldn't be because of the world we live in, but I'm constantly surprised by it when I see it, especially because I know so many of the couples in my program are doing everything they can to improve their health and their fertility, was the level of toxins that we found and the types of toxins that we found. It wasn't just 1 or 2, it was about 9 or 10. And these are common ones that I talk about all the time. So BPA, I was shocked to find it in her labs, and that tells me even though how much attention has been put on it, we still need a lot more attention put on it, because if we're finding it in these labs, that means we're not doing enough to rid ourselves of these. These are found in plastics. So if you're still drinking out of plastic bottles, if you are leaving them in your car in extreme temperatures and still drinking out of them, that plastic is leaching into the water and you are consuming that water. We don't want that. That is dramatically impact your cellular health, your DNA health, and your reproductive health and the quality of the eggs. So BPA we found tons of pesticides, glyphosate and others in her labs as well, and phthalates. These are all things that are in our personal care products that we use at home, in cleaning products, in personal products, nail polish, things that we're using on our beauty products and hair. They're everywhere. We have to be careful for these. I know that there's only so much we can do because we are exposed to all of these things, especially those pesticides, on a regular basis. But what I would encourage all of you to do is do your best personally to rid your house, your environment, both work and at home, of these chemical toxins. That's right. So all we can do is ask you to reduce those things, and that will have a huge impact on your overall health and your fertility. So that's what you can start to do with this specific topic, okay? We want to improve your egg quality, restore cellular health and DNA structure and health. That should be number 1 on your list, okay? And number 3 is maintain proper and healthy hormone balance. That's right. That's essential when we're talking about egg quality, right? Well, there are things that impact that. For one of those things is the ones we just talked about, those toxins. That's right. All the toxins that you're exposed to will absolutely impact the health and balance of your hormones, because that's exactly what they do. They impact your hormones. They are endocrine disruptors. So we want to minimize those. So one of the ways that you're going to help to balance your hormones is by dealing and addressing those toxins that you're exposed to. The other way is minimizing your exposure to additional hormones. So one of the ways that that happens is through medication. So if you have been on birth control pills for a while, if you've done fertility treatments and have been exposed to other hormones to help, get your cycle on track and stimulate your ovaries to produce better follicles or more follicles for the matter, then those things are going to also potentially impact your hormone balance and in the long run also impact your egg quality. So that is super important. We have to make sure that that is addressed as well. So those are my top 3 things: improving circulation to the pelvic organs, addressing the toxins that you're exposed to, and regulating and supporting proper hormone balance. So these are not the only important things when we're talking about egg quality and having good reproductive function and having healthy eggs and creating healthy embryos. These are just the 3 that I thought were important for this video today. Others that I've talked about in the past and will continue to speak about in the future is diet and your nutrition, supplementation, because supplements can improve your egg quality by addressing some of the things we talked about today and some of these other areas. Stress is a huge one. Again, we don't have time in this video to talk about it, but I have addressed it in other videos. And last but not least, when we're trying to create healthy embryos and healthy children, we need healthy sperm as well. Again, that's not the topic of this video, but I do want to just bring that up to let you know that the things that I discussed today also impact male fertility and sperm health. And so getting both you and your partner on the same page will dramatically improve your chances of a healthy baby and a healthy pregnancy. And this is really just the tip of the iceberg in improving your egg quality. As always, I want you to ask yourself 2 important questions. What is the cause of my low egg quality? And what is the root cause, the real reason why I'm dealing with this? If you want to go deeper into your fertility and find the root cause that's not letting you get pregnant, then I want you to fill out the application using the link in the description below to speak to a real person on my team so that we can identify the right path, the right next step for you, and see if you are fit to join my Hope Fertility Coaching Program. I do want to leave you with a video where I share the best diet to improve egg quality. It's important. As I mentioned before, diet is essential for improving egg quality. And I'm going to leave you that link down below so you can check out that video. All right, everyone, until the next video, stay fertile.